Every child is extraordinary in their own way, but some are even more remarkable than the average child, like this giant newborn baby and this fragile little angel. But first, let's check out this child that looks extraordinarily wise beyond her years. Number 10. Adalia Rose. Adalia Rose was an outspoken and vivacious young woman with a quick wit and an enviable sense of humor. She loved experimenting with different wigs and makeup looks, much like other girls her age. But Adalia was special in a way that most of her peers couldn't comprehend. She suffered from progeria, a rare genetic disorder that caused her body to age at an accelerated rate. Despite her condition, Adalia was always up for a good laugh, spending time with family and friends and bringing joy to those around her. She didn't let her condition stop her from living an exciting life. At the tender age of 11, she gained an impressive amount of fame on the internet for her makeup tutorials and vlogs. She gained 15 million followers across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, with even fashion designer Michael Costello among her many fans. She also advocated for adolescents with Hutchinson-Gilford progeria. People with progeria usually have pronounced eyes, a thin nose with a beaked tip, thin lips, a small chin, and protruding ears, as well as premature hair loss and aged-looking skin due to their accelerated rate of aging. This can make them vulnerable to bullying, which can have a negative impact on their mental and emotional well-being. Adalia was loved by many, though, till her death on January 12, 2022, when she died at the age of 15. Many people mourned the loss of such a beautiful soul. Number 9. A girl whose condition remains unknown. Katie Renfro has a mysterious condition that doctors have yet to diagnose. When her mother Angie was about 6 months pregnant, an ultrasound revealed that the baby was going to be born with a disorder called megalencephaly. Characterized by an overgrowth of the brain, this condition is marked by a brain that is much heavier than average. Despite this diagnosis, Katie continues to experience other symptoms that have yet to be explained, leaving doctors unable to determine the root cause of her condition. According to her mother, Katie's main side effects include seizures, inability to speak and walk, and a need to have all of her food pureed. Numerous tests have been conducted to check her for conditions such as dwarfism, but the results always come back negative. When she was younger, Katie's family brought her to a specialist in the hopes of finally identifying what kind of condition she has, but the specialist was utterly baffled. He declared that Katie is truly unique, perhaps one in a million. In her young life, Katie has had to endure numerous operations. At a mere 9 months old, she underwent brain surgery, had her tonsils removed, and had her cheeks downsized several times. Additionally, 2 cysts were removed from her head. Despite the hardships she has faced, Katie remains a resilient and enthusiastic young girl. Number 8. The twins who share a body. Abby and Brittany Hensel are conjoined twins, an incredibly rare medical phenomenon in which 2 babies are born anatomically connected to one another. In 2012, the sisters became stars of their own reality show, Abby and Brittany, which followed them as they graduated college and embarked on their careers. The show highlighted the unique way in which the twins live their lives as they navigate their day-to-day activities together. The sisters share many organs, including legs, arms, liver, bladder, and reproductive organs, but each has its own heart, lungs, and stomach. Additionally, they each have distinct brains and nervous systems which control their individual senses and movement. While many conjoined twins unfortunately are stillborn or unable to survive their first few days of life, others can go on to live connected lives, such as Abby and Brittany, or can, with the aid of medical professionals, be surgically separated depending on the medical risks involved. Abby and Brittany are an inspiring example of how 2 individuals can overcome the seemingly impossible. Even though it's not possible to medically separate them, the conjoined twins have managed to live their lives together in a remarkable way. They share almost everything, from their clothes and interests to the same bedroom, and can do anything a normal person can do, including driving a car, each with their own individual driver's license. Number 7. The boy who sees the world upside down. Mahendra Ahirwar was born in India with a rare condition called congenital myopathy. This condition caused the muscles in his neck to be so weak that his head hung at a 180-degree angle. He was an incredible young boy with a rare muscle disorder that left his body thin, weak, and terribly underdeveloped. This disorder, affecting approximately 1 in 25,000 people, was a severe variation of the condition. The muscle on his neck was so weak that it lacked the strength to even lift his head. His arms and legs were similarly affected, unable to bear the weight, so his family had no choice but to transport him around in a basket. In 2016, Mahendra underwent a life-altering surgery to improve his quality of life. A small metal rod was inserted into his neck, providing stable support for his head and allowing him to finally see the world the right way around. Sadly, his newfound sense of liberation was short-lived, as he passed away merely 9 months after the surgery. His family and friends grieved at the loss of such a brave and determined soul. Number 6. The child who's made of glass. Zoe Lush from Huntington Beach, California, suffers from a rare genetic disorder called osteogenesis imperfecta. This disorder causes her bones to be extremely fragile and brittle, making something as simple as a sneeze or a minor fall potentially life-threatening. Her condition has made daily life very challenging, but she remains positive and determined to live life to the fullest. Osteogenesis imperfecta is a genetic disorder caused by a fault in the gene that codes to produce collagen. This results in either a reduced quantity or poorer quality of collagen being produced. If one parent has the condition, their child has a 50% chance of inheriting it. Zoe's rare condition resulted in her breaking up to 100 bones before even her first birthday. In her mother's womb, her broken ribs and underdeveloped arms and legs caused much worry for the medical professionals, leading the doctor to suggest a termination of the pregnancy. Fortunately, Zoe's mother refused, and Zoe has since become an inspirational example of strength and resilience. Number 5. Girl with a visible heart. Versavia Barun-Goncharova caused him to be born without a large part of his skull and brain. Despite doctors' dire predictions that he wouldn't live past a few weeks, Jackson defied the odds and lived until the age of 5 years old. Jackson's short life had been an uphill battle. At only 13 months old, he weighed a mere 12 pounds and relied on a feeding tube to get the nutrients he needed. Despite his difficult circumstances, Jackson was just like any other baby his age. He cried, he fussed, and he wanted his dirty diaper off. His parents can attest that while he was different, in so many ways he was a normal child. And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. In today's awe-inspiring photo, we will witness a miracle. A baby so big, it left people in amazement that he was delivered through normal delivery. Let's check it out. Number 3. 18.9-pound baby. A woman gave birth to a baby weighing an incredible 18.9 pounds, more than double the average weight of a newborn. The doctor who delivered the baby looks as if he's holding a 2 to 3-year-old toddler, so surprised and amazed by the size of the baby. This picture of the newborn baby going viral on the internet sparked heated debate, with many people expressing outrage that the doctors had allowed the mother to deliver the baby naturally. Many argued that in the interest of safety for both mother and child, a C-section should have been performed. Number 2. Rama Haruna. Rama, from Kano, northern Nigeria, was born with a rare and mysterious condition that caused her body to stop developing, while her head continued to grow to the size of a normal teenager's. She was in constant pain due to her condition and had to be kept upright in a plastic bowl. Despite her condition, she appeared to be healthy, but suffered the effects of her condition all her life. Rama's life was full of struggle and hardship, but her determination and spirit never faltered. Every day, her brother Fahad would take her to Kano to beg for handouts. Her story eventually made it to a journalist who was moved by her story and gifted her with a wheelchair so she could be pushed around in her bowl. And despite her difficult situation, Rama still had dreams and aspirations. She wanted to become a grocer and run her own small shop, but she sadly passed away at 19 years old before she could accomplish her dreams. Number 1. Mask Boy. Zhao Hekang, or Kang Kang, was born with a rare defect known as transverse facial cleft, which gave him the appearance of having 2 faces or a mask over his face. The doctors at the No. 163 Military Hospital in Changsha, China, have worked hard to repair the boy's facial bones, but the defect has left his mother and those surrounding him in tears. Transverse facial cleft is a rare congenital anomaly that is rarely seen in isolation and is often accompanied by deformities of the structures developed from the first and second branchial arches. This condition is estimated to affect between 1 in 60,000 to 1 in 300,000 live births. Thanks to the generous public donations, the family of Huikang was able to afford the cost of 2 successful operations to repair his face on May 19th and September 1st in 2010. Dukuan reported that the operations were a success. See you all next time.